Hey, this is Russ. I told you guys last time that I was going to have a second video after talking about the FedEx situation with my second battery. I had announcements to tell you guys. First off, the first announcement is we have broken the 1,500 subscriber mark. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, it's taken about 2.5 years. That's, I guess it's kind of common for YouTubers. It does take a while to get past their first 1,000, and then of course things start moving quicker from that point. But yeah, we're above 1,500, so thank you very much for that. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Let me say that. Oh, let me say one more thing too before I give you the main announcement. If you've never hit the like buttons on my videos, please hit the like buttons on the videos, because the algorithm for YouTube looks at those likes, and the more people that like a video, the more they push it to other people. So it helps grow the channel and gets that information out to others. So always hit the like button. All right. Okay, here's my announcement. Now you know that a second battery is coming in. By the time you see this video, it probably would have already been here. And so I got to charge that up. Now you know that the I call it the Chinese battery because it comes from China, but it is called the Unit Pack Power Battery, U004. Okay, it's a triangle battery. The last battery that I had from them gave me about 49 miles of range by riding 50% with the throttle and 50% pedaling on pedal assist level 3, which actually is probably realistic on how I would probably ride this if I was riding 49 miles, okay? Because you're probably not going to be able to pedal consistently that entire time. You're going to have to use some throttle, okay? So I did 50% of it on throttle, and it still gave me that much range. So I'm hoping that the second battery will also give me around 49, 50 miles. So really, we're looking at about at least 100 miles of range, depending on how I ride the bike with the two batteries, okay? So because we have more range now, I kept thinking we can go farther, but I still have to cross the large busy streets. Now, you know how I feel about the busy streets. I don't like going on them. And in fact, sadly, recently, just yesterday, we read about somebody, a bicyclist in Glenview, Illinois, who got hit by a car. It was a hit and run, and he has passed away. So yeah, we have to be careful on our bikes, no doubt. And I don't know whose fault it was. There wasn't really much details about it. But when you read about that, it just puts it further in your mind that you got to be careful when you're going on large streets, even small streets. You never know. A lot of times it's not the bicyclist. It's just that maybe the driver didn't see the bicyclist. This is why I wear that big yellow vest, and I do turn on my headlights and tail lights when I'm riding on the streets because of this. Okay. Anyways, here's my announcement. With the larger range, one of our subscribers, Vicky. Now I've known Vicky since I think I was still in grade school. So, and I am older than she is. Okay, so I've known her a long time. She watches Russ's Right all the time. Okay, and she says that, hey, when you were growing up, you used to go on another bike trail, not too far from where you lived. And she wanted to know if I was planning on doing that. Okay, so I said, yeah, it is one trail that I've always wanted to go. Besides Bussy Woods, that was the only other one that I really thought I would like to get back on. But I live a distance from there now. Okay, I don't live in that same area anymore when I grew up there. And I kept thinking, well, how am I going to get there? I don't have a bike rack. I don't have a hitch on a car. And I won't be getting one anytime soon, if ever. Okay, that's a long story. I'm not going to get into it. But yeah, I'm not getting a bike rack. And somebody else asked me too, I'd like to see you get a bike rack so you can hit up other areas of Chicago. Okay. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Right? It's just not something I can do. So just take my word for it. I'm going to take you to other places, but I'm not going to be able to go that far out. I'm not heading into the heart of Chicago to ride. So anyways, going back to Vicky. I told her, I says, yeah, I don't know whether I can do it because it's a little far, and you might have to hit some major roads to get there. So I decided to take a look at Google Maps. Now, you know what? I've been using the Bike Map app. Okay, it's hard to say. It's not that easy to say. And when I looked at that, it told me a couple of roads that it recommended, and they were still major roads. And I kept thinking about it. I says, yeah, you have no option. You have to hit some major roads to get down there. So I decided, let's look at Google. Google has an option for biking as well. Apple does not. Okay, Apple does, but it doesn't have it for the Chicago area that I live in. All right. So if you hit the little bike icon, it says, sorry, it's not mapped out for you in your area. So it doesn't do me any good. But I looked at Google, hit their bike option, and looked at the roads that it recommended, and I can do it. Okay. Now, it does recommend 2 roads that I will have to take that are probably more traffic than the other roads. Most of the other roads seem to be more like, side streets, which is fine. I can do side streets, even if that means riding a little longer to get there. I would rather do that than ride, on streets that do 45 miles or more per hour. So the 2 major roads that I have to go on is Central Road and Beckwith Road. Okay, I will have to pick up Central Road when I get into Mount Prospect, ride Central Road all the way down through, I think I got to go through Glenview as well, and then take a couple other roads, and eventually it hooks into Beckwith Road, and then Beckwith will bring me into Morton Grove, okay, which is where I'm heading, okay. I used to live in Morton Grove when I was growing up in high school, okay. Moved there when we were in 8th grade, and of course I lived there until I got married, and then, you move on and you go different, so I live in a different area now. But the path that's out there is a huge, very long bike path. If you connect up at that point, you actually can get to the Botanic Gardens. Now, I'm not really sure where the Botanic is. That Northbrook, further than Northbrook, somewhere out there. Okay, you can get there on the bike path if you connect from Morton Grove all the way there. In fact, depending on where you connect up on this bike path, it'll get you to Botanic Gardens. But I used to connect up at the intersection of Austin and Beckwith. All right. I used to get on there because we didn't live that far from that general area, but that was where the connection to bike path was for me when I lived out in that general area. Rode a little bit and then got up there. Hold on a second here. There you go. Getting a ringing alarm on my phone there. And so I'll get on there, and then I will ride that to the Botanic Gardens. Okay. Now, let me tell you some distances here. Okay. We're talking a little over 20-something miles from where I am to get to the Morton Grove area. Okay. Then from the bike path to the Botanic Gardens, I don't know the exact mileage that is because it kind of goes in and out of the forest preserves. Let's guesstimate 10 miles. Okay. So that's 30 miles already. Then you got to ride back. That's another 10 miles. And then you got to ride back another 20-something miles to get home. So we're talking to do the Botanic Gardens, we're talking close to about 60 miles or more. Okay. That's a lot of riding. Okay. So here's what I thought I would do. My brother-in-law lives out in that area. In fact, a lot of my in-laws live out in that general area. So I told him, I says, if I rode a little bit further than that area, I could actually hit my brother-in-law, okay, a couple of my brother-in-laws out there. So I told them, I said, I think I'll come visit you guys one day. I'm going to ride my bike and visit you. And they were kind of shocked at that because they know it's a distance. And they all said, you're going to be taking some dangerous streets if you do that. But of course, we now found that there's a way to do it without taking the biggest dangerous streets, okay? So I think I'm going to go visit them and then come back home and not hit the bike path at all. Okay, the reason for that is because that'll get me ready to ride there, okay, and ride back and not do the extra 20 miles, 10 and 10, to get to the Botanic Gardens. Then I'll do it again, all right? Then I will go down there and then on another day and then do the Botanic Gardens and come back, all right? And if I go in the opposite direction of where the Botanic Gardens would be, go in the opposite direction on the bike path, that will bring me into other areas in other cities. So my whole point is this: we are going to more places, all right? But slowly we'll get there, all right? So it's expected to rain this coming week. I don't know how much. If it has a possibility of rain, of course I'm not going to ride this because you're talking up to 60 miles. I'm not going to do that in the rain. So if it's rainy this week, we'll do it the following week. If it's open and clear, I might attempt to visit my in-laws this week. So keep an eye open to see where we're headed. Okay, so if we don't do it right away, you know why. It's because it's probably the weather is stopping me from going. But I believe I can do it because doing the Bussy Woods, for instance, If I ride to Bussy Woods, ride around Bussy Woods once, and ride back home, it's a little over 30 miles. If I ride Bussy Woods twice, which I've done before, and then ride home, it's a little over 40 miles. So really, it's not that different than riding Bussy Woods twice if I go to visit my in-laws. All right? But it would be a lot more riding when I finally do go on the bike path and ride to Botanic Gardens. So anyways, those are the things coming up, and I just wanted to give that announcement to you guys so you know that there are more things coming, and you'll be able to see more things other than the stuff we've done so far. Okay, so stick with me. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Let's grow the channel, let more people see these things. All right, I will talk to you guys next time.